Hi, I'm Christiana Gaudet, and I'm here to share with you the brand new Holistic Tarot from Benebell Wen. This book is published by North Atlantic Books, and its subtitle is An Integrative Approach to Using Tarot for Personal Growth. I am super excited about this book. The first thing you'll notice, of course, is it's really big. If you don't want to lug around such a big thing, you can also get it for your Kindle or other e-reader. The thing that really sets Holistic Tarot apart from other books is not just its size, it's what Benebell Wen did in these 874 pages. Over my 2 decades of full-time professional tarot reading, I've noticed that tarot thinking sometimes divides between traditionalism and a more modern approach. Sometimes that division pits old-fashioned fortune-telling against a spiritual and psychological approach. And when we look at the cover, we can see this is the picture looks sort of like old-fashioned fortune-telling. But when we look at the subtitle, an integrative approach to using tarot for personal growth, that's a very modern approach. Those two things, the old-fashioned picture and the modern subtitle, pretty much give you a clue of what you're going to find in Holistic Tarot. Holistic Tarot clearly and respectfully teaches time-honored techniques. Have you ever wanted to try the opening of the key? That's in this book, along with many other techniques from prior centuries. For Wen, it seems that there really isn't that disconnect between tarot for fortune-telling and tarot for spiritual growth. And maybe that's why this is an integrative approach, because it integrates the past and the present, because it integrates the work of many, many different tarotists. Now, we probably need to talk for a moment about Benebell Wen herself. Benebell Wen, and you get to her picture, here she is. And what do we see about her? Benebell Wen is a certified tarot master by way of the Tarot Certification Board of America and is a longtime practitioner of the art. Wen is also a California and New York attorney and general counsel at a venture capital firm in the Bay Area. In addition to tarot, Wen is a feng shui consultant, an I Ching practitioner, numerologist, and astrology enthusiast. Obviously, she never sleeps. But you know what? You might think, well, gee, here's someone with a great education and a great job. What's she doing reading tarot? This is yet another piece of proof that smart people read tarot. And this smart person has written about tarot. And one of the things that I love about this book is that she wrote it to the standard of any academic text. You will find appropriate citations. You will find chapter notes, a wonderful index, and an appendix that really is to die for here. The appendix alone is worth the price of the book. We have all kinds of references. Here we have Appendix A, Tarot Spreads, Quick Reference. She is great with these charts and graphs that are so easy to understand and easy to read. The graphics in this book are just fabulous. Look at all of these different spreads, all of this different reference material, and it just goes on and on and on. I am not expecting that many of us will read this book from cover to cover in order. I think we will use this book as a wonderful reference book, a compendium of all things tarot. Now, it's easier to talk about what's not in this book rather than to try to make a list of everything that is in this book. Wen, like me, is definitely a Waite-Smith girl. So if you happen to be a Crowley reader or a Marseille reader, you might find that this book is not as helpful to you as it is to the Waite people. But you know what? Get it anyway, because there is a lot of information in here from Crowley, and a lot of information about Marseille as well. Benebell Wen is nothing if not thorough. When we glance through the table of contents, and remember, 33 chapters, I'm not going to give you the name of every chapter, but some of the things I really like. I like that she spends a chapter talking about the Tarot Journal. Those of you who have read my book, Tarot Tour Guide, know that I am a huge proponent of tarot journaling. I also like that she gives you every piece of information you might need if you're learning to interpret the cards or learning to work with the cards, even for a brand new beginner. I also like that she includes case studies, sample readings, so we can see how she works with the cards in action. And she takes this book right up to professional practice. And you know what? She is qualified to talk about professional practice because even though she has an important full-time job, she spends her free time reading tarot professionally. This is a person who really loves tarot as much as I do, as much as you do, as much as anyone we know. But someone who has the writing skills and the research skills to put this monumental book together. Given that holistic tarot is such a scholarly work, you might think that it would be a snooze fest, but it's not. There is nothing boring about this book. Wen's writing style is personable, casual, and easy to understand. Whether you're interested in tarot from a Kabbalistic perspective, whether you're interested in tarot from a counseling perspective, whether you're interested in reading tarot professionally, or simply using tarot as a tool for your own growth, there is so much information in this book. And for a person like me, a person who has been reading for many, many years, there are two things that I really treasure about this book. One is that, you know what? We all get ourselves caught in the rut of what is most familiar and most comfortable. I'm aware that there are many, many tarot techniques that I know about, but I don't really know how to do or how to teach. And you know what? I haven't really needed them in my tarot practice, but I've been curious. Have I been curious enough to do the painstaking research? Heck no. But you know who was? Benebell Wen. And because she did the research, I don't have to. If I want to try a spread that was devised 100 years ago, 200 years ago, it's in here. If I want to try some new modern techniques, they're in here too. Benebell Wen brings to tarot the brain of a scholar, an academic, an attorney. But she also brings to tarot her own love of this medium and her own understanding that tarot is an effective tool that brings us to a place of truth. I speak with confidence when I say holistic tarot is for you.